Good wishes, dear students. In this part we will conclude saying lesson 1 revision, the Chief Settler's speech. Characterization, theme, setting we have already gone through. In this part we will go through the style which has been used in this lesson or story. Narration style. Since it is a speech, that is a formal address delivered to an audience, the narration is in first person. The speech has an appropriate introduction, body as well as conclusion. In the beginning itself, one comes to know that the topic of Chief Settler's speech would be the unjust demand for the land by the colonizers. The body of the speech in detail reflects the natives' association with their land. The speech concludes with the assertion that nobody dies but only transfers himself to another phase in life, and hence even if they agree to sell their land to the white settlers, natives will be an internal part of it. So this speech has been in a narrative style because it's a speech, and hence it will automatically be in a narrative style, emphasizing the belief and sacredness of that land for Native Americans. They were struggling to survive in their own land against white settlers. Rhetorical devices which has been used. The language of speech is rich and abounds in the use of stylistic devices. Simile has also been used, a figure of speech in which a likeness between two different things is stated in an explicit way using the word as or like. For example, my words are like the stars that never change. So simile has been used as a figure of speech over here. They are like the grass that covers vast prairies. Figure of speech has been used as simile over here. Metaphor has also been used. It is a figure of speech in which a comparison between two different things is implied but not clearly stated. For example, Chief Settler, while speaking of his people who are few, says they resemble the scattering trees of a storm-swept plain. So comparison has been done between two different things but has not been clearly stated. So metaphor has been used here as a figure of speech. Alliteration also has been used in some lines. It is a close repetition of consonant sounds, usually at the beginning of words, as in our great and good father. So GG word consonant sound has been repeated, so alliteration has been used. Or scattering trees of a storm-swept plain. So here S consonant sound is being repeated, alliteration has been used. Rhetorical questions has also been used. It is a question that is asked without expecting an answer. Answer is not expected, but the question has been asked to put the pressure on the mind of the readers as well as to the great godfather. The question might be one that does not have an answer. It might also be one that has an obvious answer but is asked to make a point, to persuade, or for literary effect. For example, how then can we be brothers? A question is there that you are impatient to us, you are not giving our land, you are taking our land. So how can we become a brother? This is a question which Chief Settler has asked. How can your good God become our God and renew our prosperity and awaken in us dreams of returning greatness? So question has been asked. So rhetorical questions. The question which persuade readers as well as listeners to think about it. Use of nature imagery has been used. Throughout the speech, Chief Settler uses imagery from the natural world to speak of his people, their religion and way of living. He compares a handful of his people to the scattering trees of storm-swept plain. According to Chief Settler, there was a time when a large number of Native Americans occupied this land, similar to the waves of wind ruffled sea covering its shell-paved floor. The reference to valleys, mountains and rivers the Red Indians are in love with are also passionate visual images from nature. So he has brought symbols of nature like not a single star of hope and sad voice winds. This he has used in nature to bring life in his speech. Critical appreciation has also been brought, like background of imperialism. Long before Europeans arrived and conquered America, it was inhabited by various native cultures known as Bathok or the Red Indians, people who became extinct in the early 19th century. When Christopher Columbus arrived on the shores of San Salvador in the Caribbean in 1492, he believed that he had reached India. He named the indigenous people Indians. So Native Americans is used to describe this population today. That's why they are known as Red Indians. From their dress and appearance, Columbus concluded that they were inferior race. So European colonization of the Native Americans changed their lives and culture. Europeans made it a mission to rule over them under the garb of civilization. Chief Setley himself witnessed the change in his people, aboriginal ways to a new one belonging to their white masters. These indigenous people used to live with the values of peace, love and respect for Mother Earth, which is clearly visible in Chief Setley's speech. The Squamish tribe adopted themselves to the lifestyle imposed upon them by the religious, social and political institutions. Missionaries, traders and settlers brought new technology, diseases and introduced industrialization, which started leading to the extinction of indigenous tribes. Thus they become few in number and resembled the scattering trees of a storm-swept plain. So in India also, the native people were the tribal people who were living here. They were also worshipper of nature. In the same way, Native Americans who were called as Red Indians by Christopher Columbus, he thought that he has arrived in India and thus he has given the name Red Indians to them. So they were also nature worshippers. Painful depiction of war. When Native Americans came in contact with European during imperialism, they were enslaved and ill-treated in the war. Setley does not glorify war but condemns it. For him, it does not matter whether their young men grow angry at some real or imaginary wrong. What matters is that the two cultures should never turn hostile against each other. Young men indulge in revengeful acts, considering them to be gainful. They even put their lives at stake to take revenge, but the mothers who lose their son bears the real loss. So here he is depicting that war is not the solution of this problem, because war only brings destruction. Your people will also die and our people will also die. Young people are meant to be indulged in the war. They are brave people, they will go for the war, but the mother and family person who will be waiting at home for them, they will feel sorrow. Now, another critical appreciation which has been brought in this story is institutionalized Christianity. According to Chief Setley, the religion of white was written by the iron finger of their God. As Bible speaks that when Moses went to the hill and he got the tablet on which 10 commandments were written, and every Christian followed these 10 commandments. So this is a religion of Christianity which is written by the iron finger of their God. He wants to say this, symbolizing strict adherence to rules and principles. The God of this religion is partial and has forsaken his red children. So this Christian religion, the God of Christians, have left red Indians. He is just favoring white settlers. He says that this God loves only his pale-faced children and not the natives. What is upheld by Chief Setley is his religion, which is the traditions of their ancestors. For them, what is supreme is the idea of Great Spirit that teaches them to love this beautiful world, its verdant valleys, its murmuring rivers and its magnificent mountains. So Chief Setley was a traditional belonging to a traditional tribe over there in America, and they were all nature's lover. They were worshipping nature. They were not Christians. but white settlers were Christian and missionaries and others have done a great work over there to make them and convert them into Christians. So he was in a position of this, and he has blamed also white father that your God is just favoring white settlers and he has left red Indians. So these are the critical appreciation which has been brought in this story. So this is how we have completed this first chapter, that is Chief Settler's speech. Now this is my request to every student, as you already have completed question answers in 9th class. You go through it and do the revision and prepare yourself for the final examination. In next part we will continue with the revision in video classes. Fine? Thank you so much.